All right, now to speak more on this, let's now welcome international relations expert, Dr. Gideon Chitanga. Dr. Chitanga, thank you so much for your time, and of course, a very good afternoon to you. So the possibility then of, further expanding BRICS will be discussed at this meeting, we're told. According to Russian President Vladimir Putin in that clip, that over 30 countries have expressed a desire to join BRICS. I mean, what would that expansion likely mean, especially for the economic trajectory then of the global south?
So clearly there's a huge interest in the countries in the global south wanting to join the BRICS. I think it is the most sought after international institution. It's very popular. In 2023 already, there were indications that 40 countries wanted to join the BRICS. 23 applied. Now we hear that there are 30 countries which are interested. We also understand that 4 countries joined in 2023, were finally accepted in 2023, and Saudi Arabia is still evaluating its interest. So that clearly indicates the perception of the potential impact that the BRICS could have in terms of promoting national economic interests. I think a lot of countries see an opportunity there. Obviously, we'll have to see how the increase in the number of countries will impact the effective functioning of the member countries within BRICS, and obviously the efficient executions of its strategic plan. Next year, the 2025 strategic plan will be over, and we'll be looking next to the future. I think also that there is increasingly major concerns with the existing global system, and other countries see a sense in which intra-BRICS solidarity could be a source of leverage in at least convincing countries in the West, the G7 and others, to listen to the concerns of the global south and integrate them in reforming the multilateral system to make it more just and more democratic.
And how would they do that? The reason I'm asking, of course, is on just the comments that you made about, guarding against inefficiency. I mean, while, of course, the expansion does pose that, of countries falling into that trap of being ineffective, President Ramaphosa does kind of hint on the fact that the expansion and also the summit is an opportunity to harness collective strength.
Yes. So clearly the increased membership increases interest, it increases the number of countries who will bring their own issues on the agenda. The interest that will have to be looked after will definitely grow. A lot of countries in the global south have diverse interests. President Ramaphosa spoke about climate change, the need for the global north to respond and share the burden of issues around climate change, but also the benefits. He spoke about economic interests for South Africa, which are probably shared by many other countries. Since 2009, we have seen, I think, what I would describe as quite rapid process of internal institutionalization within the BRICS. I think that as the number of countries increase, we will see more complex and more sophisticated structures. We'll see a bureaucracy that will emerge. We are not certain yet what kind of institutional design the BRICS will take, but there are historical lessons in other multilateral institutions that could be harnessed with a view to design a unique institutional mechanism that resonates with the interests of quite a huge chunk of our population that is potentially represented in the global south. So the issue is not just the membership that will join, which is a political issue. Beyond that, there's a technical issue that concerns institutional design. There's a technical issue that concerns institutional design. There is a political issue that will concern how the diverse member countries are going to be represented. What is, I think, important and unique about the BRICS is that is the centrality of dialogue and persuasion and consensus building. And I hope that process could inform an institutional design that is not only democratic and representative, but quite effective in responding to the needs of the publics, the needs of the citizens of the different countries that are members to the BRICS.
Yeah, and I would imagine that's why then President Cyril Ramaphosa really did stress about this being an opportunity to build a more equitable world. I mean, we've also seen, of course, how interest in the BRICS is essentially the members and those that are interested in joining, their disillusionment, with Western-led institutions of global governance, particularly if you look at it from an economic perspective. On the talks of de-dollarization or using local currencies between trading partner members, etc., I mean, is this a practical move or just ideological speak?
It's beyond ideological. We rely on the use of the US dollar for business internationally. Yeah. The US central bank controls the global economy. In some respects, countries which have gone under sanctions for various reasons are concerned with the weaponization of the US dollar. Others in the global south are concerned by the unpredictability of their currencies for different reasons tied to the US dollar. And there's a sense in which these countries feel that their sovereign economic concerns would be more respected, but also doing business will be cheaper, more predictable, and more viable for different countries if they were to use their own currency. It's an argument that we'll have to see tested. We have seen Russia and China already engaging in concessions to allow the use of local currencies in paying for some commodities. Would this democratize business? Or this democratize global economic engagements? I think it's a possibility that should be pursued in line with enhancing domestic and international interests of the global south. I certainly also think that the countries in the global north, particularly the major powers, the US, the European Union, should rethink the post-World War economic and political order. It's increasingly becoming archaic. It's increasingly raising concerns that resonate with the majority of the world population. And unfortunately, geopolitical polarization is pulling the world to a point where legitimate concerns are ignored and reduced to ideological debates and confrontation, which is unfortunate. So the emergence of the BRICS and other existing multilateral institutions, I think they create a very critical opportunity for world leaders, both from the global south and the north, to start to listen to listen to each other, go beyond zero-sum ideological disputes, and address the resonating issues.
Dr. Chitanga, thank you so much for that. Really do appreciate your time and, of course, your analysis. International relations expert, Dr. Gideon Chitanga, there for us.